see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Welcome to Mid-Dice Crisis. Last time you left us, we had a full team, and now we've got a guy who's having to do some like responsible adult stuff, and another guy who
Doing
has
responsible adult stuff.
right, and he is stuck in a kingdom ruled by a maniacal mouse. In real life, no, seriously, he is. So it's one of those things. But we wish him all the funnest, and yeah, welcome.
He said something about being in line for a rebellion, though. So
Right, I mean that kind of tracks with the game that we play and real life. I mean, I'm down for a good rebellion.
eat the rich.
They
Take
make
the
good
red pill.
fertilizer.
Take the blue pill, the red pill. Just take them both. See what happens.
Anyway, if you like our content, if we are your flavor of gaming, please like, share, and subscribe. I know. By the time you're seeing this, this is probably weeks after we've recorded because life issues.
Weeks.
More importantly, even if we're not your flavor, do it anyway.
Yeah, then you can like show other people that it may be their flavor, or you just don't like us that much and you're like, look at what these a-holes do. Oh my god. Do they even read the DM guide? No, that's the answer. No.
There's a DM guide.
Yeah. There's even a manual of monsters, which is awesome. I should look at that someday.
I don't have any of those books. I have all the extras.
You mean Waifupedia?
Waifupedia is the key. Speaking of books, I meant to grab one earlier. Oh, look at this. There's moss growing upon my books.
Yeah.
Weird.
Moss.
And yes, moss.
I got my little moss.
Mouth.
Fungi.
So, anyway, yes, Skrak and Housegar will not be joining us. Torsten is the chill one. I'm going to ask you. No, I'm sorry, not Torsten. Rusty is the chill one because he is literally in the 5th level of hell, which is very cold.
He's the chilly one.
Yeah, he is the chilly one. Chili sounds really good right now.
Chili
Actually.
does sound good.
So thick, hearty chili. Anywho, I would like for Rusty to start tonight off and figure out what the hell he doing.
Well, when last we left, I was explaining some of my better theories to my new friends. And oddly enough, they were quite interested in listening.
Yeah.
This is
you
new
had a-
new territory for me.
I completely forgot about the gargoyle.
Gargoyles.
Gargoyle and a golem.
Yep. The golem doesn't say too much. Gargoyle is
Strong
like,
silent type.
yeah. Gargoyle's like, hey, little guy. I don't know if I mean it's just me or I was just created. Time is a concept I have very little grasp on, but
Time is a
I'm
construct, man.
right,
It's not
right.
real.
It's a man construct and not a gargoyle construct. So am I supposed to like be under the same construction? What is life?
Life, my friend, is a simulation. We all go through it, not really knowing what it's about. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, but I mean, I was created by a higher power and I have knowledge of like verbal things. I can like speak to you. I am speaking to you right now, right?
Holy shit, are you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I, you're probably more knowledgeable than I.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are we doing?
You want to play chess?
Only got the one.
Fair enough. Well, I spent the last quite a while talking to Gollum over there, but he's not the greatest conversationalist. Not like you.
Yeah, Hervé is not all that great.
Why are we here, man?
Why are we here?
I feel like one of us should know. I mean, I feel like we've had this conversation. Like, we keep going over this again.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
You know what they say, the definition of insanity is.
laughter.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
pretty
Not
sure I
until
said
you.
it like
I mean,
5
it's
minutes ago.
kind of catchy. You want to know something? I have this empty feeling.
I could eat.
What's that?
Oh man, wait till you find out about food. I mean, we don't have any, but it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, you know where we can get some?
Outside of hell?
Is
Have you
that
ever
where we
been?
are?
Yeah, it's not the nicest place. I mean, it's better than Texas, but
I think that's one of the sub levels of hell.
Just
a
had to,
basement.
just had to
It's
get
a
a
sub
dig.
basement.
Just had to get a dig.
Just so you know, if you are in Texas and you are one of our followers or subscribers, we love you. Yeah. So I've got an idea. Let's get out of here.
Are we gonna bring Chatterbox over here?
You both look over at the golem. He's just sitting there, rolling up some snowballs. No, he's gonna bring the party down. It's weird. I had this like lust to sink my fangs and claws into your flesh when I first saw you. And then,
You know, I've been told that by a lot of people.
right? No, that's the question, right?
Right.
Is that right thing to do?
Look, man, I'm not gonna tell you what your path in life should be, but if there's something that you're really passionate about, I think you should do it.
Well,
I don't know what I'm good at yet, but I like the sound of food. But I'm getting off track. A few minutes ago, when you came out, I had that feeling, and I saw
You
you,
weren't
and I
gonna
was like,
tell anybody that I came out.
I think your secret's safe with Hervé.
Do you care? Just Gollum turns his head, some snow and ice breaks off from his neck.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I give him a rough time. You know, he's my older sibling, I guess. We've been around
Really?
for about the same time.
Different parents.
I don't know. I think it's the same one.
Who would that be, by the way?
I don't know. Which brings me back to my point. When I saw you, I was gonna sink my fangs and claws in you, and then all that anger and pent up hostility, all that rage that was boiling within my soul. I do have a soul, don't I?
You're alive, aren't you?
I don't know. I'm made of stone.
Well,
Like, what would my circulatory system look like?
dust in the wind.
Maybe.
After all, we're all just
Oh,
ashes to ashes.
I know Ashes. He was the other gargoyle. Oh,
Sorry.
Nah, don't worry. He was a prick. So, I was angry, wanted to eat your face off, and
Oh my god. Have you ever had a Scrack Burger?
I don't know what that jumble of words means.
And we get out of here, I'm taking you for a Scrack Burger. I know the owner.
Fantastic. Is that the food you were telling me about?
It's one of them, yeah.
Oh, great, great. So when you came out, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna eat your face off." I don't know exactly what eating entails or how I would digest, but then I saw you and all that. It's like I let go of all that rage, and now I'm just feel like I'm waiting for something. Maybe it's food.
You feel empty inside?
I do.
It's probably food.
Climb inside.
Okay.
As you stick your head in, he's like,
It's not gonna work. I'd have to like
No.
compress you somehow.
You can't like unhinge your jaw?
No, I wish I could. You know, mastication has never been my forte.
I could teach you.
You could teach me to masticate? Awesome.
You just
meanwhile,
I hear Rusty's a master at cating.
I'm questioning all my life choices of being friends with you guys.
you should
That's
never
the
question.
right choice.
So, as Rusty and the Gargoyle discuss food and existence, Torsten,
Yes.
you and Haskar are still near to where you displaced Justice.
Yes.
Haskar's like got his big old hammer and he's just like raised it a little bit, standing right over the area where Justice had disappeared from. Any minute now.
It's like a mouse sticking its head out of a hole.
You
He's just
can't kill him. That would.
Yes, I can.
You're not going to kill him.
Watch me.
Do you know what he did to me and Riona and you? I don't know what he did to you, but I'm sure he did something.
You're just looking for a fight because you're angry. and you finally have a weapon worth your dwarvenness. You're looking for something to hit.
I mean, look at me. I look awesome.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just arguing that you probably shouldn't take it out on Riona's dad.
But he deserves it.
If we all got what we deserved all the time, none of us would be alive.
There's that. Well, I deserved to be able to open up my own shop, find a mate, possibly raise
one's-
a family,
No one's saying you can't.
maybe die in glorious battle.
Then
Maybe
do that.
maybe the years that I spent watching over someone who I had no connection to, maybe, I missed my chance.
You know, if you were as short-lived as a human, I'd probably feel for you, Master Dwarf, but something tells me you have multiple more lifetimes of my life in you than I do.
Maybe. Or maybe my sister is just going to pluck out one of the years of my life right in the middle of it.
And that's another thing. That's another thing. Why are you being so submissive to your sister?
You know what? You should meet her.
Okay. I look
Maybe.
forward to the opportunity.
Yeah. And I mean, I saw her order demons around.
Okay.
Like, who does that?
Well, people who work with demons,
I guess.
people who have forfeited their soul and think that they're the ones that command the demons, when in fact one day the demon will stake its claim upon their soul, and they'll have no other choice but to go with them into the fiery pits of Avernus and below.
Speaking of Avernus,
Yes.
do you think there's a gate to that place?
To Avernus?
Yeah.
I'm sure if there's a gate to level 5, there's going to be a gate to level 1. Are you looking to summer with Tiamat or something?
No. He raises his hammer up. I'm just waiting. 1. Bye.
Now I cast Hold Person.
What is the DC on that?
Give me just a second. I will get that for you. As soon as my stupid computer pulls up the information.
Is this the same computer that refuses to give us like YouTube content?
Yes.
I hate your computer.
Yes. There it is. Wisdom 16.
Wisdom 16. Okay, so let's see.
He's got a wisdom of 37.
You got an 8.
Okay, well, he can't move now.
He's like mid swing and just like, oh, you son of a! When I get out of this,
I told you that you can't kill him.
Justice is sitting there, looking around, looks up at the hammer. Oh,
Block it with the staff. That's all you can do. The broken staff.
yeah. Hey. I'm just. Is he stuck like that?
Don't attack back. he's gonna be like that for at least a minute, so talk fast.
I'm moving. Just gonna move over here and stand next to. Wait, you're not gonna kill me?
I have no reason to kill you.
Awesome.
Now I can't say that in the next 45 seconds both of our lives won't be in peril, but
Well, you know what? It's okay. Even if it is. It's all
So
right.
what
It's all right.
what happened?
I don't know how you did it, but you sent me someplace else.
Right. Yeah,
And
the spell was called banishment.
yeah, and I went home to Riona and Ava, and she was fucked up. But I was able to hold on to her, and Riona made her drink the potion, and then she started turning back, and I felt a sharp jab, and I fell down, and I saw my life passing before my eyes, and then Riona was there, and I got back up, and I have her stick for some reason.
Wait, you have Riona's staff?
Part of it, yeah.
What happened to Riona?
Oh, she's fine. I mean, she's she's gonna be just fine. She is safe, and Ava's safe, and yeah.
Well, okay. Where are they? Wait, did you say Ava?
Yeah,
Like her mom?
yeah. Let me
She's
know when
in the
that
tree?
spell. Yeah. Let me know when that spell ends, buddy. Yeah.
It's a 1 minute spell.
Yeah. But yeah. She's with her mom and her llamas, and there's someplace they can't be hurt.
Asgard, she's in the tree.
I heard that, you son of a bitch.
That's awesome. She finally gets to be with her mom and gets to be safe. Scrack, I'm so sorry that you didn't go with them.
I'm bored.
Do you think you can behave yourself now, friend Haskar?
You just see his lip curl a little bit. We'll see.
Don't do anything stupid. And I go ahead and I drop the hold person on him.
Okay. His hammer comes right back down. Yeah, I'm still hitting him. And he swings at Justice.
All right. Then my reaction is to make him swing at disadvantage
Okay.
using one of my warding flares.
Oh. So, yep, he misses. Rolled a 19 and then rolled a 6.
It is not yours to hand out justice and damnation to people you're angry at and people who are your allies.
Look, I was told for years to watch after Riona.
You poor thing.
Yeah,
You had to actually care about somebody.
but it wasn't my choice.
None of us ever have a choice. If you honestly think that you have any kind of free will, then you're as deluded as me and every other cleric on the planet.
You see him turn his back at Justice and start walking away, just dragging his hammer behind him.
You can be mad. Be as mad as you want.
Then you hear as one of his echoes is standing behind with a longsword just sticking out of Justice's chest, and he's like, "This is a record. How many times am I gonna die in a day?" Hey, Torsten.
Not at all while I'm here. Is he dead or
He
just really hurt?
Fell over. He's back at 0.
I cast Spare the Dying on him to relax him.
Okay. You hear Haskar go, "Yeah, he deserved that."
Hmm.
He just continues walking.
Sadly, sometimes we all have to get what we deserve as well. And let's see. Yeah, I'm assuming a 12 doesn't hit him.
No.
Okay. No, a guiding bolt goes screeching right past his head.
Do you have healing spells prepared for the day? Or are you just gonna let my dad sit there with Spare the Dying?
You're not here.
You're not there.
No, this is Eddie asking. Eddie is asking Mongo, did Torsten actually do a cleric's job and prepare at least one healing spell for the day? Or is my dad gonna just lie there dead until someone can help him?
You say this like he's the only one who doesn't prepare healing spells as a cleric. I'm not that kind of cleric either.
So I heal, I do healing word on Justice at 5th level.
Okay.
13 points of healing.
Yep. You see the wound close. Another scar to add to the list. All right.
And I suggest that you get some rest, my friend.
You just hear him start snoring as frost begins to come up over his clothing.
Why is frost going over his clothing?
Because you're emitting frost from your...
Oh, because okay, well I step away so he can
You
sleep.
and Haskar and Skrak emit frost now.
Oh,
You know, because you sold a little bit of your soul.
I didn't sell anything.
Just a little bit.
I
They
didn't
only
sell
accepted
anything.
gifts. They were offered some gifts and they were given gifts. Skrak didn't verbally or intentionally agree to anything.
It wasn't so much payment as it was just a tip.
Okay,
Just a tip.
for clarification, I said you're a means to an end.
Oh.
I will take armor.
So now that Haskar is walking away, you hear him kind of laugh to himself a little bit. I feel better now. He continues to walk. You know what? Brian would probably flip you off as he was walking away too. Yeah, he's flipping you off. It's what happens when you're the DM and you have a player missing. You try to channel the player.
Dysfunctional motherfucker.
Me or him?
I am responding to Haskar,
Oh, okay.
just muttering under my breath, you dysfunctional motherfucker.
Skrak kind of looks down, nudges Justice. Seems like not enough of him to make a nest.
Why?
Just love it.
Meanwhile, Rihanna, you are getting sandwiched between two llamas. You're
Llama.
warm, you're snuggly.
Getting a stern talking to from my mother who's telling me not to cry. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, she didn't tell you not to cry. She just said,
Not the time.
okay, how are we getting back?
I have two options. to get
Great,
back.
let's hear them.
One, we walk out of the forest and it's 21 years in the future,
Fantastic.
meaning dad will probably be dead, all my friends will be dead, and he who shall not be named, because if I say his name, he'll show up here.
Voldemort?
We'll call him that right now, Voldemort. If I say his name enough, he'll show up. It's like Beetlejuice. You say it too many times, he'll show up.
Who?
He'll have taken over the world. The other option is calling said Beetlejuice and he'll take us right back, but it means I have to sell my soul. Because I think the uppity unicorn ain't gonna help us. And there's a lot you've missed.
It must be spoken 3 times unbroken, sir.
That's why I'm not saying it. I'm
But
not
it is
taking
fair.
full.
It's your world. You can make whatever rules you want to.
I'm going by that standard, but it'd be
broken.
awesome if Beetlejuice were in here.
It'd be a great patron. Anyways. I just want to fast forward through this part. Basically, I let her know everything from the moment dad left for the war to me getting stuck in this tree because dad pushed me through the tree. And
Okay.
I just tell her everything. I show her my notebooks, I'm just laying everything out for her so she can help me figure out a plan of what we want to do. Because either way, we're fucked. We can either go 21 years in the future or I can sell my soul to get us out of here. And so now she is caught up while I'm patting Hall and Oates, my good llama boys. And telling her all about how
That
Max
was
helped.
quite a bit.
Yeah. And how Max helped me the entire time because he's a good guy.
Nature of Riona is quite astute, in fact, and we've not been able to partake in said adventures because we were separated for quite some time. What do you think, Oates?
Such a good boy. I told you I'd be back. I came back. It took me a week in hell, but I'm back within a couple hours of you getting drugged.
Feel a swelling to your cheekbone as the head just grinds into. Okay. Your mother is sitting on like a tree stump.
Oh,
Just-
and I broke your staff against Beetlejuice's face. And then I gave it to dad to take back because I can't use it anymore anyway. So it's not my focus.
Weren't you telling me that they don't like him?
No one likes him. Not even Rusty, but Rusty did it to save his family and us. And nobody likes dad. Turns out you don't even like dad, even though he said you guys were married. Everyone loves Max, though. Max is the sweetest old man with no leg and no arm.
He is not my husband. We were never married. That's
I found that out.
his fantasy. I am anatomically correct as a child's doll. So
Makes one of us.
strange.
Your mom's a naughty pine.
She is a naughty pine.
And I've actually never been able to turn into a tree like, well, dad says you go into the tree. I can just turn into this and then I go dryad.
She sees and goes, well, it's a start.
I turn back to human. But I'm fine this way. Look, okay, here's the gist. We need to find a way to get back and help dad. And I gotta find a way to get Rusty out of hell. Well, we need to somehow kill Beetlejuice. But there's no way to kill him, I can tell you that now. I mean, Hades himself would have to be the one that kills him. And even he couldn't kill him, he just locked him in a damn iceberg. So honestly, I want to give up.
Good.
Wait, what?
Give up.
This is the part where you convince me to keep going because my family and friends need me.
Riona, you were not a planned child, to say the least. And I missed out on your entire life. You are talking about how Justice raised you until you were able to take care of yourself, and then he went off and did quite a few things.
Was trying to fix you.
I'm speaking. You talk about your father as if he is a terrible person. You talk about your friends as though they themselves have either all the goodwill of the world or are complete and utter asses. But you still stay with them. Your friend Haskar, he stayed with you. I'm sure that's part of what Justice did to him. Your friend Rusty, was it?
Yes.
Is stuck in hell. And now the ruler of that level is free. Your friend Torsten apparently can't even cut a sandwich in half the proper way, from what you're saying. And there's a owlbear who is absolutely useless aside from ripping into things.
He is not useless. You know who's been useless? The mother who ran off and got trapped in a tree in a magical forest with an uppity unicorn. But we found a way to help you and fix you. And you're being rude to my friends and family. We didn't have to help you, but we did because I love you because you're my mom, but oh, that's it, isn't it? You're not family. That's the difference.
Looks like my girl's a little smarter than I took her for. Family isn't necessarily who you come from, but who you align yourself with. You have friends who had their own lives. Some of them may have gotten into it by accident, but you've stuck with them for 20-something years now?
About 21 magical years in the future, but realistically, it's only been about 2 months. Chronically. Time is, as Rusty would say, time is irrelevant. It's a construct of the universe.
Right. You know, humans created time. So are you going to do this? Are you going to sit here and lament about all these people who did so much for you? Sure, they set out a Hell Lord, and he's probably covered the world in ice by now.
Possibly.
Or are you going to try to help your friends and your father who got you this far?
And do it by any means necessary?
I have not been around, but I figure you to be an intelligent young woman. Maybe a little emotionally short with some people. but I'm sure you can find a loophole.
If I take you back, are you going to help us, or are you going to just stay here in the tree with the uppity unicorn?
Oh, I hate that unicorn. You
I
know,
knew
that unicorn is it.
I knew I
Everyone
liked you.
poops except that unicorn, and that unicorn thinks it's so much better because it's the only thing in this forest that doesn't poop.
You are my mom. And I take her hand and I'm going to focus on the tree, holding my hand there. And I'm going to put every ounce of power, energy, thought, fire, anything I have into casting Tree Stride. And I'm going to focus on the point and the tree and the time where my dad pushed me through, and I'm going to focus on my staff that's on that side of the time, and I'm going to focus on my father, and I'm going to make the tree open up to that time, or try.
Okay.
And I look at Hall and Oates and I tell them to follow.
Actually, we wouldn't mind just staying here for another time, maybe? I
Mhm.
mean, I have nothing really to give aside from commanding the legions, and I'm quite done with that. I've been doing that for 20 years.
Keep the magic safe here then, and Hall, enjoy your girlfriend. And I'm gonna walk through, and I'm holding my mom's hand, but I'm not holding it tightly in case she doesn't want to come through. I'm not gonna make her.
She steps through alongside you. I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw DC 17 or higher.
Wisdom saving throw. So I have a +10 automatically and got really scared because it was teetering on the 2 and it went over to 12, so 22.
Nice.
I got scared. I was like, no, it's a +10. Don't you dare give me a 2.
5,000 years has passed.
Oh,
No.
fuck myself. Oh, well, at least I could restart.
It is the last remaining tree in all the world. You arrive. Through which tree was it again?
I'm shooting for Max's tree, the one that I went through to get there. So I'm still
Okay.
in that area of where I got sent through.
Okay.
And everyone beat the shit out of Dad.
So you do manage to find the tree. It still stands. It is much larger. Years have passed. Max's house is still there. The city is still there. There doesn't seem to be anyone around though.
Looks like I couldn't even get this right. Roughly, can I tell how many years have passed? Like through nature?
Looking, roll a nature. Yeah, roll a nature.
Try to do something druidy. Yeah, there's my 2. So 7. No, 2 distraught.
The tree is taller. It's a little thicker. But it doesn't look like decades have passed.
I squeeze the necklace. And I think justice.
Okay. There's a pause and a slight pulse to the necklace.
This is Riona Hyrath. I'd like to know how many years have I been gone?
Shit.
Long, long pause. Is your mom there?
How about you tell me how many years have passed first?
12.
Where are you?
Where else would I be?
Are you frozen in the ice again?
Oh, something like that.
God. Mother.
You see, as the door to Max's house opens up, Justice walks out. His hair is long and draped. He's wearing ice armor with flowing cape. You couldn't stay there, could you?
I was there a total of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Dad? Mom. Mom. Dad. Lavistus. 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 And I wait to see if anything happens.
He's not gonna come.
No, he's not.
No. He's busy. But
What, you're gonna give me an excuse, a reason?
no.
By the way, you look terrible. You can change into anything and you decide to look like this? Might as well walk around with a big sign on you saying I'm a dork.
Oh. Well, I still missed you. Maybe not that aspect of you. But it's good to see you again.
Makes us even, I guess.
Pulls open his cape, and you just see dozens of knives and daggers.
They're cool. Mom doesn't like Max. Where's Max? Is he dead yet? It's been 12 years. That old man can't possibly still be alive.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Mom. Max is dead. That should be off your list. Rusty ever come back? Torsten still alive?
Yeah, kiddo. They are.
Tazgar? He only had 15 years. I've been gone 12.
Yeah. They're still around. Come inside.
Why? So you could push me in another portal? Should I be worried?
He stops for a second and it's like, oh yeah. Nah. No. Let's just go inside. Have a cup of tea.
What else do I have to lose? And I go inside.
Okay. Rusty.
So what you do is you give all of your extra money to kings and politicians and wealthy merchants. And they use that money to create more jobs. And then it's better for everyone,
Right.
right? It's called trickle-down economy.
Right.
I'm insane.
I have one question.
Yes, you are.
What's
What's that?
money?
It's a currency that you can give it to someone,
Mm,
and
mhm.
then you get things from them in return,
Like food.
like food and services.
Yeah. I would like someone to service me food.
Well, let me look in my backpack, see what I have.
Great.
Do you eat books?
No.
Well, you don't eat. I have a lot of books. Do you like tinder boxes?
I don't know. They sound tender.
Yeah, you should try one. They're relatively small. They're kind of crunchy.
Let me try.
Sticks it in his mouth.
Like this, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
There's flavors. I'm not expecting these flavors.
I've never had a tinder box, so I don't know what flavor they are.
It's chewy. Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, it's not to everyone's taste.
Thank you, though.
Hey, you want to hear something crazy?
Sure.
We're only stuck here because, get this, a friend of mine invoked the name of Hades. Hades.
Wait, Hades.
Hades, big guy on top of
Yeah,
or
Hades.
bottom of the.
Yeah, I think that's who brought me into existence.
No shit.
Yeah, Hades.
Nice guy. Wait.
I don't know. I don't think I ever met him.
Yeah. I don't remember why we were here.
Food. Hey, do you think they have food somewhere else?
I bet they do.
Can you fly?
Yeah, hop on.
Sweet.
Like 300 pounds of gargoyle just gets right onto.
Oh, little buddy. Little buddy.
That's my spleen, but
Here, let me get off. Oh, yeah.
do you fly?
Yeah. Hop on.
Hey, Gollum buddy, we're gonna go out and grab some food. You want us to bring you back anything?
You see as this lower part of his head kind of cracks a little bit.
Burger.
You want fries with that? Scrack burger and fries. Let's go.
As the gargoyle lifts off into the air, his wings beat under your arms as you're holding on to his like deltoids. He's like,
Where are we going?
Do you know of any portals back to the prime material plane?
Maybe. Hang on.
he just zooms forward and wind just goes through your hair and your mutton
You must
chop.
really work out.
Yeah, I do.
As you zoom away from what was once Levistus's prison, a lone golem raises one hand, goes,
Vanilla shake. Oh.
Next
Always
up.
gotta remember that.
Next up, Torsten. You, Scrack, and Justice.
Yes.
Justice kind of snorts a little bit. Oh.
I've been sitting next to him this whole time, making sure nobody.
Some
messes
hours
with
have
him.
passed. It's dark. Scrack is off a little ways. There's like ice spikes coming up around him slowly. It's like a nest of his own making.
It's like, I don't like these.
So what's the plan, fellas?
Um,
You know, all I know is that the woman I love is healthy again. My daughter and her llamas are with her in a place that will sustain them for who knows how long, and they'll be safe and sound. And if I ever see them again, hopefully it'll be with me there too, and we can start a life together. And I can be the dad that I always wanted to be, but I was always kind of scared to be. But I don't know. The possibilities are endless. It's not like she's going to figure out a way to teleport anywhere because I mean that tree thing. If she does that, she's going to probably get lost somewhere in time. And I'm sure she's smart cookie and can figure that out.
In the meantime, I guess that's goodbye, Riona. I'll
Oh.
miss I'll miss the sound of your laughter in the morning as you call me some kind of worthless asshat.
Yeah. I
I'll
was
miss
wondering-
that sparkle of joy that you have when deriding me and telling me I'm worthless.
I'm gone. I'm not dead.
Might as well be.
Yeah,
If
kind
you
of.
spend a few days into the portal, it's just gonna be 50, 60 years, something like that. I mean, you're fine. She's fine. Everything's fine. I'm sorry.
If she's safe in the magical forest with the forest master, then yeah, she's fine.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know that she was your friend, but she's my daughter.
I feel oh no, I get it. I have family that I am desperate to find and hope it's not too late, even though we had a skip in time.
Yeah,
It's
but
the whole reason why
you lost your demon tracker there. Got pushed into a tree.
it's the whole reason why I've agreed to even work with Mr. Cool, Calm, and Demeanor over there.
Talking about Scrack?
No,
Oh, yeah, him. Speaking of him,
where did he go?
I don't know.
Demons.
No, I don't think he's an actual demon though. I think he's a devil. There's a difference.
All I know is that we're supposed to be going to take out the one that held me prisoner for almost a year and destroyed half of my people. So,
Who was that?
pardon?
Who was that?
I can't remember his name. Starts with an M.
Mammon.
Yeah, Mammon. Sorry, Mammon.
You would think he would remember that a little easier since he killed everybody that you knew and loved. I mean,
look, it's been a long road. Okay, I've died at least twice.
have you? Oh, I did that today. Oh, I did that today. I'm still sore. Okay. I'll tell you what, since Mr. Freezy guy's not around. Wait, we're in that city again, aren't we?
But we're not in a city. We're on the beach.
No, we were actually in the city, buddy.
Oh, we're back in the city. Okay, good.
Yeah. Remember
you-
you went to the chapel and there was the
Oh, yeah.
fire and
You have the
Yeah,
whole skinwalker.
I'm an idiot.
See, now you're
Time
getting
travel.
it.
Oh,
it's almost like I can hear my daughter's voice.
Echoing on the
Stuff like
winds.
that. She's gonna be pissed at me.
oh, you get used to that.
Well, look,
It's when Riona's not pissed at all of us. That's when I worry.
she is like her mom. Well, I hope they have a long and happy life together wherever they are.
I believe we were headed back toward well, no, we just got here and everybody's gone. Gotcha. Well, I mean, so I say, what's the plan, man?
Well, my plan is with some assistance from some very powerful magic items that I had to borrow. Me and a bunch of people were able to shut down the gate that was here. Well, like not exactly shut it down, but make it a one-way.
So those going in never come back out.
Right.
Remind me not to go in there.
You already did. Remember?
So I
Kinda left
never made
Rusty
it.
there.
So I never made it back out.
Well, I mean, not through the gate, obviously. I mean,
Oh, okay.
but right now, and you look around and you see people are still like they move with their supplication. So you kind of figure where Levistus is at any given point.
Right.
Pointed that direction. Got to be over there somewhere.
Excuse me, stepping over people. Excuse me.
Hey, is there a place we can get something to eat? Because I mean, those good berries kind of made me a little
Have you ever had a scrack burger?
I can't say I have.
I think it's high time you have a scrack burger.
All right. You know what, Torsten? I don't see why anybody judged you so harshly. You're just a pleasant guy who wants to make sure everybody's fat and happy. I love it.
I do my best.
Yeah. All right. Let's go get you called it a scrack burger? Scrack, you want a burger?
I'll make a nest out of you.
Okay.
Scrack, do you want a burger, buddy?
5.
I'll bring you back some burgers.
Just kind of settles back in, breaking off ice around him.
Yeah. So I lead Justice to the closest scrack burger.
Hey, is that armor comfortable?
It's a little chilly,
Fair enough.
but not too shabby.
Awesome. I always wondered because my line of work, I can never wear like, anything cumbersome. It's got to flow, it's got to keep me moving.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's a leather version of this.
Yeah. I think like ice plate would look really cool.
Ice plate, not exactly sneaky.
Yeah, I know. I'd never wear something like that. That's all right. Let's go to that place and get a booger.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly that. A scrack
That-
burger.
Oh, that scrack boner? What?
Yes, exactly
Sweet.
that.
Well, if you're vouching for it, I mean, I've eaten stranger things.
They're delicious. And by the
Let's
way, it's
go.
burger. Let's go.
Oh, okay. So as you walk that way, Harry, this is for you. As you walk that way, Scrack is in his nest, just pun intended, chilling. And about that time, he opens up an eye because he could hear him coming, because Scrack is just great at perception. The figure of Levistus just materializes in front of him. Ah, there you are. So, who's a good boy? What do you want? Well, I don't see any of your companions around, so do you mind running a little mission for me? I have some plans. And if you want your friends to be happy and healthy and not have to worry about things, I would suggest you do this one little thing for me. I don't trust you. Oh, I don't care if you trust me or not. I have a gift. And he holds up a leather sphere in his hand. All I need you to do is to go and deliver this somewhere. Once you've delivered it, say my name, and I will pop you right back. What is it? I'm sending you to a level of hell. Just cards up front. Once you get there, throw it against some rocks, say my name, pop back out. Simple, right? What do I get if I do this? Your friends get to live another day. Or I could just reverse everything that's happened so far, and you can start off as an owl cub in a circus where you were born. What do you think about that?
Rude.
Rude. But you'll pop me back out, and my friends will be okay. Yes, promises. Cross my heart. Go. Break. Come back. Right? Absolutely, my fuzzy friend. Just a moment. Just a moment or two. No more than 3. Swift, painless, and it will greatly increase your chances of survival and your friends. Fine. Takes the ball in his mouth. He's like, and just like that, and poof, Scrag is gone.
Scrag, no.
Meanwhile, Riona, what you doing?
Fighting every urge in my body not to stab my father. I go in the house and I look around to kind of see if there's been a time change in here.
It's not the same as when you left it. The decor is fairly similar, but it by all intents and purposes, the stained glass window has been replaced with regular glass. Not as many books, a lot more wood carvings.
So, did he die in his sleep and you just took over his house?
Oh, no. So he went with, I think it was Haskar. Yeah, he went with Haskar. They had a tussle with some things, and Haskar, he made it out. Max, not so much.
Not that I don't totally believe your story, but quick question. Did anyone bring back a body?
Yeah, your friend, he brought this back, and he holds up a finger bone.
That doesn't mean anything.
It does, really. Check this out. He walks over to the stone wall and he presses the bone against it, and it just starts opening a small hole.
No, what you don't
Pretty
understand
handy.
is I love Max. I do. I don't trust him farther than I can throw him, and I can throw him pretty goddamn far.
Yeah, sure you can, kid.
So, did the whole body come back or just a finger?
Well, most of the body came back, yeah. But
Like
this
a
is my
head.
souvenir.
Did the head come back?
Yes.
Okay.
He's missing a leg, but if you want to go visit his grave,
No,
it's
I'm good. I've had a lot to deal with. My second question. LaVista said he could change the time. He'd go back and make it so the hell portals never opened up. What happened to that?
that wasn't in his best interest.
Of course it wasn't.
So
Why do you look like his
He-
bitch right now?
oh, the armor. I said something offhanded to him, and I can't take this off. Kind of makes it a little harder for me to sneak around. But I mean, I look cool. Got that going for me. Yeah,
Do you still have my staff?
part of it. Yeah,
Can I have it?
yeah. It's he walks over to the fireplace. He it's leaning against the fireplace, which is going,
Mhm.
and he picks it up, and it is charred and pointed at one side. Makes a good log poker. Hasn't burned away yet.
Take it. Mom? Just over the shoulder, like, Mom, is it savable?
Oh, I'm not touching that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what caused your mom to.
Go insane. Got it.
Yeah.
I set it on the ground, like I'm holding it like this, and I focus, and I'm gonna druid craft vines to go up, vines to go down, and to make stability around the stick
Okay.
and make my own staff
All right.
out of it.
You now have a new staff.
Just okay. Got this.
Thorns everywhere, black roses twined around.
I didn't say they were normal vines. I said they were vines.
Large bulbous green head gets up on top and goes, "Feed me."
Later. So just attach that to my back. Well, then I guess my last questions are, where exactly is everybody right now, 12 years in the future, I guess, Dad?
Well,
You kind of have to catch me up since you sent me away.
yeah. So there's been a few things that happened. Haskar, I think, is on the 7th floor, if I remember right. Torsten's on the 3rd. Skrak took the 2nd floor.
But wait. You say floors. What do you mean by that?
Levels of hell. Rusty, I think, is still working from the 5th. I mean, last I saw him, he looked pretty happy. He managed to make a physical representation of everyone he's ever lost in his life out of ice, and they're like ice golems. And there's this gargoyle that he pals around with. They seem to be buddies. He's a little touched in the head now, though.
They're all in hell.
Different levels, yeah.
Does Levistus rule all of hell now?
Yeah. Well, no, he's not worried about the 1st level.
So, when I first saved you, I couldn't figure out why I was doing it because honestly, the only thing we shared was a last name. Yeah, you raised me, but then you abandoned me, but then I saved you, and then you pushed me through a hole. And it's only been 5 minutes for me. 5 minutes. It's been 12 years because you pushed me through. All my friends are in hell.
Yeah.
What was the point of coming back?
That's a good question. I didn't expect you to come back. I was really hoping you'd stay. Be safe.
Couldn't without my family.
You had your mom.
I had a woman I met for 5 minutes.
She walks behind you and like taps you on the forehead. A lot longer than that, sweetie, but we'll catch up later.
Exactly.
I am hungry. And she walks into the kitchen, starts looking around. Seriously, Justice? Only vegetables? Yeah, I'm a vegetarian. Haha, make that joke again, and I'll make sure to claw your eyes out.
Mom, he actually is a vegetarian. I'm the only one who eats meat.
Oh. Then I take that comment and any innuendo that you may have gotten from it out of the room.
He
I'm
wants
gonna
in
go
your
see-
endo, but not right now.
I'm
it's
going
my
to go see if
parents.
there's anything.
Just you.
Just your Ava, you're wearing real tattered. I've got a full you of clothing that I'm sure you'll find something that you like if you want to go. Yes, this is rather tattered and I'm not looking my best. So she walks in the direction that Justice points. Man, she is still hot.
I look exactly like her, Dad.
No. There's a difference.
Dad,
Huh?
we're twins. So just don't. No sexy talk in front of me, okay?
You know, you may physically look a lot like your mom, but there's a personality thing. I think that's.
You want to know the difference? I hug him.
He's like, ah. And after a few moments, he puts his arms around you, puts his head down in between your shoulder and your head, and just holds you tightly.
It's
Eventually, you start to feel wetness go down your back.
You're forgiven. I was trying to do it to you. You just beat me to it. You know, great minds think alike.
Speaking of great minds, last time I talked to Scrack, he said that he was going to come for a visit. Like, it's a really difficult thing, you know. Torsten won't talk to me anymore. He's too busy counting his gold. Haskar.
What kind of lying ass place are you?
Haskar has a I don't know if she's a succubus or whatever, but he's pretty engaged on his level. Rusty, he's got a reasonable facsimile of his family. And like I said, he's little touched. Sometimes I think he believes they're real. I don't know. I mean, he is the new ruler of that level, so.
Do you know if there's any way I could fix this? Anything, even if it means sacrificing. Is there a way to fix this? You're smart, you sneak, you know things, even if you won't tell me.
You want to go back to the beginning?
If it's what it takes.
I don't know if you can.
I want to go back to the day I pulled you out of the ice and I lost my fingers. And I want to turn around and I want to murder Laura and not go into the pits of hell.
Hey, Laura, did you hear that? You see a very paranoid and scared woman come out from behind the door. This is I deserve this. I deserve this. This is my layer, my level of hell. He promised me one. He promised. Yeah, go back. Bye. Go. She is creepy as shit. She's always lurking.
She's watching you like she was Max.
Yeah.
Look, going back, it would change who I am. But this isn't right. Why haven't the gods stepped in? Why hasn't anyone tried to help? Where's this almighty God that Torsten followed for so many years? Where's this Tyr? Where's Hades? Where's Persephone? Where are these stupid gods that are supposed to help?
Well, kiddo, thing is, after you left, some things changed. There was a plan. Apparently, Levistus, all those thousands of years trapped in the ice, he had this really good plan, and he was able to pull it off because oh shit, you don't know about, I don't know, do you know that Rusty has the ability to see the future? Right, at least he did.
Yeah, no one believed him. He actually predicted the future of the comet hitting the earth and the portals opening to hell, and that it was a halfling that did it. And I thought he was gibberish, but then the earth cracked and the sky went dark and it rained ash.
Well, I mean, it does that here anyway. But yeah, apparently when he switched places with Levistus took that. And he was able to see things, and he had an advantage. Plus, he used all of our friends as generals in his army. And one by one, the rulers of the levels of hell fell.
I have an idea. Is there a way to send me back to the moment when they switch? Maybe I could stop Rusty from going in by any means necessary.
I don't know. I'm being completely honest. I don't know.
I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, Dad.
How about this? She and I are the only inhabitants of this city. The rest is falling into ruin. I still do some farming. I've actually gotten good at it. But my llamas aren't as good as yours. But they're stout fellows, and they try. Managed to make a life here, and now that your mom's here and you're here,
You want me to give
don't
up
you-
and stay here?
It's an option. One that's within all of our power.
Let me know when Scrat gets here. I'm gonna go outside for a minute. I need some air.
Okay.
Just,
It's gonna be a few days, but
It's fine. I yell upstairs, Mom, don't kill Dad. And I go outside. Shouldn't have to say that, but I'm just going to say it. A moment
Yeah,
I'm outside
just-
alone, I take out the Dragon Ball I have.
Okay.
All I have.
All right. So as you reach in, you feel its smooth touch go into the palm of your hand. You lift it out.
It's you. You haven't forgotten about me.
How could I forget about my best friend?
Oh, you're such a liar, but I love it.
Can you fix my situation? Can you send me back in time and I will give you my soul, I'll give you my body, whatever you want, but you have to help me fix this.
Doing that voice is hard.
Yep.
There's a long pause, and he's like,
Your jokes are not funny.
No jokes. 100% honesty. If you can send me back to a certain point in time so I can change the future, can you do that? And I will let you have whatever you want from me. Everything and anything I have, I will give to you. But you just have to fix this so my friends and family are safe.
It will hurt.
This hurts.
It will hurt.
Love to hear that, even if I could not see the smile on your twisted dragon face.
So we have an agreement.
You haven't answered. Can you do it?
Oh, I can certainly give you the power. What you do with it is up to you.
I'm going to have one night with my family. In the morning, I'm all yours.
Clock is ticking.
I know. And I drop the ball. I'll
Okay.
go back inside and pretend like nothing happened.
all right. And as you do that, we are going to take a break.
Right. All right. Break time.
Yes.
The king's nuts, a tasty treat to stick in your mouth. All salty and sweet and nutty, they fill your mouth and your heart to bursting with warmth and taste. Eat them, suck them, share them. Get your king's nuts in your mouth today.
Hi everybody, Riona here. I'm a 22-year-old human with flaming red hair who has 3 best friends, Hall, Oates, and Hasgar. Hasgar is a grumpy dwarf, and Hall and Oates are my pet llamas. I love to knit and spend my day on the farm. Hasgar came into my life about 1.5 years ago after he was injured in the war. My father sent him towards my village so that he could heal and watch over me. One day, a bunch of people and an owlbear fell out of my well, and I started learning dark secrets about my father that he never told me about. And I set out on an adventure to find him, not only to find him and bring him home, but to get the answers I really needed. the truth that wasn't told to me. Setting out on the adventure was a little hard, but it was okay because I had a group behind me. But just after my birthday, the comet that Rusty predicted hit the Earth, opening the gates of hell. So choosing to leave behind everything I love so that they would be safe, I set out with a group of, well, let's call them friends. My first real friends, besides Hasgar, Hall, and Oates. Now we set out on our adventure, not only to get answers, but to survive the gates of hell being opened onto our world, and I'm wondering if we'll ever be able to find those answers, let alone survive.
My name's Rusty. I don't usually say very much, ever since I got my throat hurt in the war. No, wait, that's not me. Hi, I'm Rusty. I went to the magical university for about 1.5 years until I was invited not to. I was really only there on behalf of my parents. They're rather influential. I had a vision of the end of the world, followed by many more visions. I can't tell which ones are true and which ones are false. For the last 20 years, I've spent prepping for the end of the world and trying to convince others that the things I see are real. It hasn't worked. Until now. I found a group of adventurers, and we traveled into the unknown. And then came the end of the world. That's right. I was right. Well, now we're up against it. Can't say I didn't warn you.
My name is Hasgar Bonesplitter, and I used to not talk too much because of an injury to my neck. Now I don't talk too much because I'm not much for conversation. Or other people. Especially Rusty. Man, do I want to kill him. I came home from the war to watch over my commander's kid. That's Riona. Little did I know that I'd be following her on some damn fool quest to find answers about her past. Even less did I know that idiot Rusty would turn out to be right about the end of the world. My injuries were healed by a lunatic gnome named Davidos Busby, or some version of him. Things got weird. Even weirder when the side effects of the healing was to turn me into an unstable Echo Knight. I never know what or when I'm going to poof out, leaving behind some kind of echo behind. Anyway, Torsten is okay. He really seems to care about everyone, but I like Skrak the best. We both don't like to talk. There, all caught up. Now go away.
Let me tell you about Skrak the Intelligent Owlbear. He had no clue who he was before the day he became intelligent. Let me tell you, now he can think and reason and do math and things. He's amazing, and he's huge. He's like 8 feet, 7 inches, or something like that. He's big, and he's also very strong. And have you seen the claws on that guy? Super sharp. I mean, they can cut a rug easily. I mean, everywhere he goes, he seems to ruin rugs. But I digress. So Skrak is really awesome. He can think and he can feel, and we already covered that subject. But anyway, he's huge and he's strong and he's smart. And actually, I think he's probably smarter than the people that he's actually traveling around with right now. But I mean, they've seen a lot of stuff. He's been in the circus, he's been in the Thieves Guild, he's been in a wizard's tower, and he's done all this traveling with these guys. And you know what he only asks for? A silky chicken to snap into.
My name is Torsten. I'm a cleric of Tyr. I'm not really the preachy type of cleric, more the bringing the light to the darkness by setting the darkness on fire kind of cleric. I thought my greatest test of the gods was behind me when I had lost my family and parts of my face to a random group of rampaging demons. A tiny part of me still holds on to hope my family made it out. Of course, I have been shown that is definitely not my biggest test. PTSD dreams notwithstanding. In the last 5 days, I've lost my whole church to a mysterious cult where they turn you to ice and undead. I made friends with a grumpy warrior dwarf, a farm girl with a great and mysterious connections to the Fae and the wilds, an enlightened owlbear, and a couple of llamas. I made a new enemy with some weird cultist assassin, and now magic doesn't work right and my connection with Tyr is, let's say, difficult. Why is that, you may ask? Well, because of the weirdest thing of all. My friend Rusty. I mean, he didn't do anything except he totally had a vision about the end of the world by comet, and it happened. Now it's me, Rusty, and our new party of friends versus the end of the world, rampaging demons, and hellgates from all dimensions opening up around us. Hardly seems fair. Maybe we should give them a chance to surrender.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the power is just flowing through the.
Everybody got a little quiet.
Coursing deeply through my veins.
Are we recording? Yes, we are. Hello. Hi. Coffee. Cold environment to get me in the mood for what we're going to be dealing with. Oh God, it's cold. Anyway, I do have a little portable heater that I sometimes bring into the booth with me. I forgot.
Might want to remember that next time.
Yeah, it's definitely chilly. Oh, so my players are in interesting situations, at least. Let's see, we've got Torsten, who is probably imbibing with justice. We have Haskar, who is imbibing probably with one of his echoes. We have Skrak, who, well, you never drink alone. I mean, you always have your best company with you.
Else.
Skrak is off on a mission. Let's see, Rusty, you were flying on the back of a gargoyle. Riona, you are into the little distant future. Yeah. So let's go back towards Torsten.
Yes.
What you doing, buddy?
Well, guys, I guess what we should do is find out exactly where Levistus is and see what the plan is. Because this, after getting everybody rested up and healthy and imbibing.
So
did we get those crack burgers for everybody?
Yes, you absolutely are at Skrak Burgers. You are sitting at the bar area. The bartender, of course, is a buxom beauty with a very tight shirt that is tied just under the bosoms, buttoned all the way down to where the heaving heaves. And the thing is, it's an owlbear's face that's been printed on it, and the eyes are just about where you imagine they should be. They are called Hooters girls. So come on, you knew I had to make that joke.
Of course they are.
No, I had to make that joke. Anyway, but you and Justice are sitting at the bar. Off a ways is Haskar, who is literally draining a pint as fast as he can while flipping you off the whole time.
Well, good to see he's back in regular spirits.
Yep. He's not gonna kill me in public, is he?
No, he usually likes to keep those things kind of private.
Right. I figured. you know, just in case. Well, good news is everybody was allowed to get back up, and I can now have one of these picks up this thing. Well, in the immortal words of no one I ever dated, I hope this thing fits.
Ah,
The
just
big
relax.
Scrack.
Just relax your jaw, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's pretty greasy. It's just kind of, it's like a lubrication, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, is this the mutton, lettuce, and tomato? The mutton is nice and lean. Love it. So perky. Anyway, yeah, this is good. So, hey, here's an idea, buddy. So let's say that he leaves us alone, right?
Okay.
I mean, he's out of his prison.
Yeah.
What do you
Basking in the worship of his minions,
right?
not paying any attention to us.
Right. That's a good thing. I could always use a hand. You only have the one. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's almost as if Riona never left.
right.
That was an underhanded joke.
You're not here.
I'm insane. I'm everywhere, man.
It's
That's
echoing
right.
through the winds.
So
Rusty?
what the? So question is, do you think he'll leave us alone, or do you think he has plans for us?
I don't know, buddy. I don't think he gave us. I don't think he gave me and Haskar the shiny new armor for us to just walk around town and look fabulous.
Yeah. I was joking about the armor, right? I do not want to wear something like that.
Then don't.
Okay. You won't catch me dead in that crap.
No, whatever. No matter what he does, don't pick up on his offer, or at least read the fine print.
Yeah, about that. How's this working out for you? He's pointing at your new armor and the stump.
I can still feel the presence of Tyr, so I must be okay. I'm just using him as a means to an end. The moment I'm done with Mamoon, then I am ridding myself of this armor. I'm ridding myself of Levistus, and I'm returning to my people.
Wearing the same clothes, you see as Justice's face and body changes a little bit, morphs a little bit, and he is sitting there as Levistus, and he's like, well, I really hope that works out for you. About that time, everybody just like smashes their heads into tables to try to bow, and he's like, I'm not. Oh, jeez. Moves back. That was poor planning on my part. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. Ooh, that looks like it might. Yeah, you might need a stitch. Ooh. This is what gets me in trouble a lot. Just those off the cuff win things.
So are you Justice or Levistus?
Oh, I'm Justice. Yeah.
You were just being funny.
Trying to. Yeah. I'm not.
It was a valiant try.
Check this out. And he kind of cracks his neck a little bit, looks at you intently, and slowly you see his face change and his form changes, and he is now you.
That's a fun trick. Never had
Yeah.
brunch with myself.
Yeah, I mean, did you know you had this scar right here?
Yeah.
How'd you get that one?
Oh, the one on the cheek. I
Yeah.
think that one was from Riona.
Oh. Yeah.
This
Uh,
one.
oh, yeah. I was gonna ask about that one too, but I mean the gold. It looks like you had gold like laid into your flesh.
It was
Ooh.
once an open bleeding wound that was left by the demon lord that we're gonna go and kill.
Oh, and who was that again?
Mamu.
Memory. Got it.
Yeah, memory. His name
yeah.
is meaningless to me. All I know is he's gonna die.
Oh, okay. All right.
I only know the sound he makes when he dies.
It's like the sound of a balloon deflating. It's weird.
The sound is gonna be, holy crap, I shouldn't have let that kid live.
Well, I hope that works out for you. I cannot finish this burger. You want the rest of it?
Sure, why not?
All right, here you go. Slides the plate over. Oh, you know who I miss aside from Rihanna? I mean,
Who do you
kind
miss?
of miss Rusty.
Me too.
Think he'll be okay.
Oh, if anyone can find a way out of a 5th level hellscape, and go completely insane, it's Rusty.
Yeah. I just don't see that working out. He's probably gonna be trapped in there forever.
I've known Rusty for a while. I've seen him get out of some really stinky pickles. The only thing is that if he was given what he was truly promised by Levistus, then he probably won't want to leave.
Yeah.
It all depends on how can't believe I'm about to say this, how honorable of a mega demon he is.
Oh, I'm fine. How are you? Oh, well, I lost my appetite. Good night, Torsten.
Good night. What's up? It's all dark and cold.
Come on, you can do better than that.
I'm
So
not
I
that kind
was-
of cleric.
Well, your knee pads say otherwise. Anyway, how is that going for you, by the way, with the other fellow?
Tyr and I are fine. He knows my heart.
Does he? You know, it's more than just a heart that makes a man, right?
It's his actions.
Oh, I thought you were going to say his ass. But yes, actions are important too. So, I hear you would like to visit Mammon.
I would like to put his dead and rotting head on a pike.
I'm not really certain it would rot. However, I do know he can die. You want to help me with that?
That's the only reason I'm wearing this armor.
Great. He sits down next to you. As you see other people have like slammed their heads into tables and whatnot. I swear, followers. Anyway. So, how shall we do this?
Well, seeing as you
Fantastic point of view. Here's what I was thinking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you into Mammon's area. All right. Now he is a bit of a well, he's usually preoccupied. However, if I can send you to the exact location I'm thinking of, you will certainly grab his attention. How many people do you think we should send on this journey with you? Dozen? 2 dozen?
Well, let's see. I'm going to need Haskar. I'm going to need Scrack. I'm going to need Rusty and Riona. And then about 24 of my family members.
I'm not really certain you really thought about that last one, but your friends are fairly out of pocket, except for and he nods over at Haskar, who Haskar looks at him, raises up 2 middle fingers. He's charming. Anyway, so Riona is also out of pocket, and Rusty, his eyes flash. He's on his way.
Well, that's good to hear. An extra cleric or two wouldn't go remiss.
You know, one of the things that Laura did that upset me so much, she had this whole place, right? This was where the portal was opened to one of the levels of hell, and well, she sent in a large contingency of clerics, and they managed to do the job well enough. That's why they set up another portal within inside of that area so that they could get reinforcements, as it were. So having 2 levels of hell conquered by me, it's rather nice. The surge of power is delicious. But there needs to be more. If I'm going to do this correctly, I do need your assistance. Now, I will let you go into your foe's lair. I will give you some clerics. Again, I'm not certain you want my help on your family members, but I can see what I can dig up.
I don't want that kind of help. An army of the undead is not quite what I had in mind.
I mean, it's readily available, and they rarely talk back.
See, this is why I need this is why I need at least Rusty with me.
His eyes glow a little bit.
He tends to talk me through things.
He is a talker.
I'm not much of a strategist.
Grows on you. Something about that boy that very well. He looks over down the bar just past you. There's a couple of seats. We'll see what we can do. He stands up. Right now, rest, relax, gird your loins, whatever it is that you do. We'll start in the morning.
Morning it is.
He walks over to Torsten, sits down across from him, begins to talk to him.
You mean Haskar?
Or sorry, Haskar. Thank you. But yeah, begins talking to Haskar. Haskar, of course, is just staring him dead in the eye, not nodding or shaking his head or anything. Just every once in a while picks up his mug, drains it a little bit, puts it back down, picks up his hammer, puts it over his shoulder, and smiles really big. I can take this away from you. He kind of looks.
Haskar, play nice with the demon lord.
Everybody stops what they're doing and they turn, and they're all facing Haskar. And you see all their eyes turn white. Every single member of this city is one of my followers, and I will use them if necessary, but I'd rather not, because you're more useful to me alive. And oh my god, is he riding? anyway, Rusty.
So I have this absolutely insane idea, buddy.
Yeah,
Um,
buddy.
I know we're hungry, and I can just
Starving.
taste those juicy scrack burgers right now.
I'll take your word for it.
But hey, do you think we can make a little stop along the way?
Where are we stopping?
Do you know the sixth layer of hell?
Yeah.
I got a friend there. Do you think we can stop and see them real quick?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So
You're-
he starts.
You're like
starts
my best
veering.
friend, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. You are my tiny morsel of delight.
What's your name again?
I don't have one.
I'm just gonna call you Buddy.
Buddy, buddy. I like that.
So, do you know how to get to Glacio on the sixth layer?
Oh, I've never tried. I've only been around for 82 minutes now.
Why did you check your arm?
I don't know. It just seemed like a reflex.
Whoa, it does. Yeah, I mean, if we could like stop by and see my friend, I think that'd be great.
Hey, any friend of yours probably knows where to get a scrack burger.
Absolutely.
So you continue flying. Eventually, you do find a portal. Ice clings to it in long icicles, chunks just frozen to the sides. But it looks like there are scales that all go one direction.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Have you tried flying through one of these before?
You've seen my entire life, buddy.
It was a pretty great life.
Wait,
Hey.
was is a past tense.
Well, yeah, your life is in the past.
Am I dead?
No,
I should hope not.
time, man. You know that was invented by the humans, right?
That's what I heard.
They live such a short life that they have to divide it up into small segments so they know just how much of it has passed.
Those bastards.
I heard before them there was no time.
Really?
Yeah, everyone just was.
You know, do you feel like we're being watched?
Usually.
Weird.
You
Anyway,
get used to it.
I hope not.
Starts flying towards the center of this giant circle. The closer you get, the more the scales are iridescent, not just because they're covered in glass or ice, but they are actually moving as well, like it's a slow moving dragon's neck the whole time you fly near it. And eventually, you do go through and you feel the cold just wick away.
I feel like I haven't been warm in. Well, I can only remember back 85 minutes, so 85 minutes?
More or less.
Is this your first time being warm?
I don't really feel much, buddy.
You're made of stone. How can you not feel?
You know, that's a good point. Just because I'm made of stone doesn't mean that my emotions are made of stone.
You're so much more than that.
I am. Thank you for seeing me.
You're seen. So, this is the 6th layer of hell, huh?
Yeah, as you are looking around, there is a bit of a difference. You remember 85 minutes back, everything's covered in ice and snow. This looks like a strange red desert. The only things that are any notable features on the land, aside from dunes and some small hills and wisps of sand, you see what look like just giant bones sticking out in different places. As you and Buddy Buddy fly through a rib cage, and the rib cage looks ancient and worn, but as you fly through, it just goes.
Might want to fly faster.
Yeah. We're almost out.
As long as we don't stay in.
What's wrong with in?
Well, when you're in, you can't be without. So
No. What's wrong with in? I'm worried about your
know-
mental health.
my mother, my brothers and my sisters, they were always more better than me.
Really?
My father was understanding to a degree, but my mother, I could never live up to what she wanted.
What did she want?
Me to be like
Oh,
them.
hang on. Ugh.
No!
A large claw just kind of creeps in and tries to grab at you.
Anyway, you were saying.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the old saying, if it's not one thing, it's your mother?
Just now.
It's a pretty great saying, huh?
I like it. Wish I had a mother.
Oh, I'm sorry, man, but you can have mine.
I'll pass.
As you continue flying, Buddy Buddy kind of points ahead with one of his stone arms, and he's like,
Does that look like a city to you?
Well, it's a large grouping of buildings and people. I mean, I'd say it's more of a large town.
Oh, yeah, there's one of those too. I meant that.
and it's just bones rising up out of the ground.
Yes.
You have to explain what a city or town is. I'm new to this, remember?
You know, I don't really remember much. I know how to talk and all, but like I don't always remember what everything means.
I get that. I mean,
In fact, like, I'm pretty sure that you and I aren't even talking my language.
really?
Yeah. It's crazy, huh?
Fantastic. You know what would be great?
Scrack burger.
Well, aside from that, why don't we check in on Riona and see what she's doing? Do you have the remote?
Hi, Riona.
No.
Your turn.
No. Pass.
You want to pass?
You can
I'm
pass.
not ready for this.
All right.
All right. Go ahead. Emotionally
You walk
destroy
back.
me.
No. You walk back into the house. You see Ava coming down the stairs from what looks like it was the direction of Max's bedchamber,
Mhm.
but you can see there's like drapes and whatnot hanging there instead. And she's walking down. She's wearing just an assortment. She's fashioned a cape into a skirt that ties at the hip. She's wearing a number of llama hair, um, wide scarves like wrapped around her and over her bosom and tied in the back. She has some bangles and bobs on her wrists and around her ankles. She also has adorned her hair with small pieces of fabric that she's just knotted into it. Well, you don't have any women's clothing. And if you don't know by now, I do identify as a woman.
Have
But
you,
this is comfortable.
have you ever told Dad that you're a Ken doll?
That I'm anatomically correct as
Yeah.
oh, he knows.
Okay. Just
Yeah, I found out a while back. Tried to push that out of my mind.
just gonna give me a moment, and I close my eyes, and I'm gonna demon sense mile radius around us.
Okay.
And then portal sense.
Yeah. There's still a portal near.
Yeah, it's probably the same one I've been feeling ever since the town, but still, just making
Mhm.
sure there's just the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
And then demon sense. Do I feel any demons within a mile radius of us?
No.
Okay. Makes me feel good that my dad isn't just Levistus hiding. Being a sneaky bastard. Do you have somewhere I can wash up Dad, and then I'll put on some different clothes, I guess, and we can have dinner together, like you always wanted, and I'll have like I always wanted.
That'd be great, kiddo.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. That room over there has a wash basin, and if you wait, I can heat up some water, and you can take a bath if you like.
And I can heat my own water, surprisingly.
Oh yeah, I guess you can. Sorry.
How about you and Mom catch up, and I take a nice bath, get dressed, and just have one day where I can pretend everything is normal.
Sure, kiddo. Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm gonna go to the washroom, and I will produce flame and control water and have all the funness of just making me a nice hot bath.
Nice. So as you do that, you do have a nice, luxurious, warm bath, and every once in a while you hear voices raise. They sound angry for a moment or two, then they quiet back down. Another few minutes go by, you can hear some laughter. And then you can hear some quiet murmurs, and your mom walks in. Hi. Oh, you do have all the bits and bobs. We really should look into that. I don't mean literally. I mean, anyway.
You should have been there the first time that, when women have that thing, Dad freaked the fudge out. It was great.
I bet he did.
Mm.
Thing is, I'm going to propose something to you. Okay? Do you mind if I well, it's not like it's the end of the world, but we've come pretty close a few times. And how would you feel about your Justice and me? What do you think about us, like, living here? I'm sure we can figure out someplace here for you. Build a nice little ensuite with your own basin. You could help out with the garden. From what he says, this is the nicest place on the continent.
I would love that more than anything in the world.
I know they're not replacements for Hall & Oates, but I mean, he does have llamas, and there's a couple of new little fuzzy ones that are out there.
You know, I worked so hard to get this. I'm just happy I have it.
Justice, what are their names? Laverne and Shirley. Oh, Laverne and Shirley.
Well, I'm gonna finish up my bath, and then we're gonna have dinner and just spend time as a family.
Sounds wonderful. I'm going to go slap your father for fun. And she walks out. Ow! Angry voices again, followed by giggles.
Just reach down into my bag. I fiddle around with a few things, and I pull out a teeny tiny little ball of yarn that I have, and it's this deep blue. And I sit there and I think about it. The last time I used this, I made a scarf for Rusty, and I'm just won't need it anymore. And I just put it back in my bag. Just get out of the bath. And I don't really have nice clothes, but Rusty did mend my old clothes way back when I was on the farm, my original outfit, and I go out in that. That's all I got.
Okay. You can see as Justice is chopping some vegetables and breaking off some lettuce into chunks. It's iceberg lettuce. Sorry. It just continues going. Snow peas. So the hounds begin to bay, apparently. But yeah, so he's making a salad, and you can see as your mother is trying to figure out how to cook because she doesn't ever really cook. And you see as he walks up, spins the knife in his fingers and starts chopping and getting things prepared. They set the table. He walks over to some candles and just moves his hand over, and they light up. Learned a few things. I figured I might as well have time. That's all I got. But now it's not all I got. I got you. I mean, situation's not ideal. We're here in a bad place, but I don't know. We can make it good, right?
Make it good.
Okay. He waits for you to sit down. I have this stuff I've been working on. Let's see. It is. Oh, here it is. Pulls up a big jar and unstoppers it, and you smell this really savory smell coming out of it. And he starts pouring this white goop across all the vegetables. He's like, I call it ranch because I made it while on the ranch. It's just something to liven up the flavor a little bit. But yeah, there's some talking, there's some eating.
He's just enjoying this normal life.
On occasion, your dad does try to make a joke, does a horrible job of it.
Dad joke.
Yeah.
Just
Your mom even goes, well, while I was not the happiest. I found some clarity in my madness. Um, it's too bad that Max is gone.
Why? I mean, you said you wanted to kill him, but you never really said why.
Well, I mean, for a number of things, he was not always truthful. He had a way of saying things that were true, but not giving the full explanation. So-
Pointing at Justice.
Yeah, I know. He rubs off on people. Pumpkin pie. I have pumpkin pie. And he stands up and he goes over to where the food is kept cold, and like you see him struggle as he shoves a big chunk of stone away. And he's like, Max had an easier time of doing this. He pulls out a tin of pie, and a majority of it's still there. Pumpkins are in season. I thought it'd be good. No nutmeg, but I mean, I've got something called pumpkin spice. I've been putting it in my coffee, and yeah, a little bit of cream, some pumpkin spice. Just it's great. And he starts sliding the stone back.
Do you ever check out his basement where they had all the jars? I found diamonds down there last time. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I cleaned that out a while back. Actually, that could be your, if you want it, your room.
Yeah. I would like that for now.
I know you don't have any of your original books, but there's a library that's still mostly intact. We can move those here.
It's all good. I'll get some books. We'll put them down there. We'll set up a whole room.
All right, kiddo. So he quietly just starts cutting into the pie, hands it out. You eat. It's mostly quiet. Some looks are exchanged. A couple of smiles.
She basically Riona, she's smiling. She looks almost as happy as when they were on the farm. Baking it as hard as she can.
Mm-hmm. So as you do that, roll a persuasion.
Okay, let's see. Ten. Just
The pumpkin pie is surprisingly light. Is to die for.
delicious.
These lattes are the best. I said pumpkin spice lattes are the best. Anyway, but as the meal concludes, Justice runs around the back where you remember Torsten had cut himself in his chest trying to do magic with a unalived
Way
entity.
back when. Yep.
Yep. He's like, it's my room, but I've got some extra blankets, and I can fix up the spot over here. You see where the bed Haskar had laid in at the previous home of Max. Would you like me to bring in the little llamas?
Let them sleep outside tonight. I'm gonna take a walk through town and see what it's like now. I mean, if we're gonna live here, I should really get the bearings around here. Guys want to do family walk, or do you guys want to just talk? Because I don't mind walking alone.
They both stand up and walk towards you, and they both put their arms around you. You hear your mother say, find a loophole.
My loophole's in my backpack.
There's always a way. And just know, no matter what, we have this.
You know what? Let's not ruin the night. Family walk.
They let go. You can see tears coming down Justice's face.
Oh yeah, Riona's just smile.
You don't have to pretend. We're not in an ideal situation. But here's the thing, kiddo. If you can find a way, leave things better than when you found it.
Leave places better.
Yeah.
If I go back, this might not exist.
Yeah. But you know, he'll be there, right?
Of course she will.
He turns away, walks over to the mantle, opens up a small box, pulls out a small book, hands it to you.
If you can go back, make sure that you make this. I've had a number of years to make sure that I could make it myself just in case.
Your field journal?
No, it's a small book. They're actually very simple ingredients. That's what was tripping me up all these years, is how simple the ingredients were.
To fix mom.
Yeah. I'm not the smartest guy, but I try.
I'm not the smartest either. But we don't stop trying.
That's right. We don't stop. So right now,
He turns around, faces Ava, and kneels down. His hand is open, and as he switches his fingers up, a ring comes up.
I have no doubt you're going to turn me down. You have the last 47 times I've tried. But if we don't exist the way we are now, I thought I'd try again.
Your mother looks down at him and says, I said no to you more than 47 times. You were quite annoying. You smell. You have terrible humor. And of all the types of forms you could take, you took that of a balding, pot-gutted human. Probably not the smartest way to find things out.
Should I feel offended here?
She goes, but I was also, what's the word that Max used to use a lot? Oh yes, a bitch. I always thought I was too good and that I didn't need anyone. And even in my darkest moments, you still arrived. Where you came from, I don't know. But you arrived. You took care of my daughter, our daughter. And she takes the ring. She puts it on her finger. She holds her hands out. He takes them. He stands. They embrace. There's no awkwardness. There's no trembling from your father. Pulls her away, kisses her on the head, walks to you, kisses you on the forehead, walks back. His hand reaches out, hers clutches onto it. And they smile as tears come down their face. Someday, when you make everything better, no pressure. Tell us about this moment. Maybe I've got a chance that's not having to wait so long.
I will.
Oh, here, here. He starts like putting a bowl and tying some cloth around it and puts some pie into it and ties it all up. I don't know when you're gonna be, but the full belly is preferable, right? And he reaches into his cape, pulls out a familiar rusty blade. Just in case.
I take it. I have something to look forward to.
See you soon. Just remember, happy endings can come true.
You just gotta try harder.
Yeah, and he looks over at your mom, and maybe not be a bitch all the time.
I will take that advice.
Be brave and not bitchy.
Be brave and not bitchy.
And then you see as the form that you've known as your father since finding him again,
Mhm.
he shimmers a little bit. His hair stays the same length, but he looks like a changeling now. Old, wrinkles, frown lines. It's like, I finally feel comfortable being me.
I love you both. I won't forget this.
They hold each other. She turns wooden in her appearance. He stays old and wrinkled, bald spot on the back of his head.
I leave. I go to the main area. I go to the portal. I say I got a couple hours before I have to talk to Mr. Creepy Dragon, so let's make these count as long as possible. Take the orb out, and I push it into the ground, into the ground with meld stone, so it's in the stone, underneath the stone, in front of the portal. And I walk through the hell portal into hell to find Rusty before I make my deal. 12 years in the future.
Okay.
Which God knows how many years that is in hell. I just need to see him the way he
35
is.
seconds later.
35 seconds later. So yeah, as you step through, the ice hits you, and it is sharp, and it cuts your flesh.
I wonder if this works like it does with him. Rusty, Rusty, Rusty. I call him like Beetlejuice. Just to see.
I go by Rust-Oleum now.
Right.
Just to see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna just keep heading in the direction I know towards the river, and I'm looking for my trees. And that's the direction I'll head.
Okay. The thing is, Rihanna, the portal that you went through
Mm-hmm.
in the city did not take you to the 5th level.
Took me to the 3rd level, didn't it?
I don't think you know.
Yeah. If it doesn't look like it's the right way, I'll walk back through the portal because I know that pops me into another place. I'm portal hopping for a minute.
Yeah. So again, as you stepped through the portal the first time, ice just shredding your skin. The cold
Yep.
is bone chilling. You throw up your wooden form. The ice breaks against your skin a little bit, but you're a little more resilient. You turn and face this new portal. And you start to remember you did go through another one, and you step through that. And you were met with an entire, imagine the redwood forest, but black with dark red leaves. Still cold, still ice everywhere.
I just touched one of my trees, and I think it all started with one. What is it Torsten said? The path to hell is paved with good intentions, or was that Rusty? Well, onward. And as I'm walking again, I say Rusty, Rusty, Rusty to see if it summons him. It's just something to keep her mind from slipping, because she just left her happy ending.
As you say, path to hell with good intentions. Was that Torsten or was that Rusty? Rusty, Rusty, Rusty.
Gonna be a Twitch now.
a clear ice hand comes around to where you can see it on the side of the tree, and a little girl made of ice looks around and goes,
That sounds like my dad.
I kneel and I'm like, do you know where Rusty is? I'm
Yes, I
looking
do.
for him.
and you don't see her lips move, and the voice comes from behind you as another little girl made of ice stands there smiling, looking exactly the same as the first.
Are you able to talk to him and tell him that Riona is here?
Oh, we can take you to him.
Another voice pops up. Same looking little girl. And as you are looking from the first to the second to the third, more of these children come walking out from behind the trees.
Rusty wanted a big family, it looks like. If you could show me the way,
Silly.
I'd appreciate it.
They all turn in unison and point going up a path.
That's the way the bear goes. The owlbear. When he
Thank-
visits.
Thank you. I don't know if you can accept gifts, but I focus and I druid craft a small flower and I just set it on the ground for them.
They kind of look at it with curiosity. A couple of giggles come out and it echoes amongst them all.
Super creepy. And just I bow a little to them.
You expected Rusty's kids to be normal?
No, but as I bow, I put my hand on my chest. Zephyr stride, 120 feet, and I zoom down the path
Yeah.
for the next minute, like, get the fuck away from these creepy children. No.
How can you talk about my kids like that?
Fuck your ice kids. Speed 120 for the next minute. down the path.
And
I
while
hope
you're
the path
doing
is
that,
icy.
Mhm.
while you're doing that, Rusty, you are still on the back of your buddy. Buddy.
Hey, do you know how to make fire in the woods?
What's fire?
It's really cool. Actually, it's really hot. I'll show you
Oh.
sometime. But you rub two sticks together.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Thorfinn would have laughed because he can't rub two sticks together.
Was that the angry dwarf or the scrawny guy?
This scrawny guy.
Uh, I don't see the humor, but I mean, give me another one. It might be my off day.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
First off, what is a chicken?
Secondly, what is a road?
Delicious.
Okay, we'll work on humor later.
Food
Onward
now.
to the big scary bone hand castle.
Okay. Oh, can't rub two sticks.
Because he's only got one hand.
Right. I got it. And his toes don't work like hands like mine. Oh,
You're my
Oh.
best friend, buddy.
thanks, buddy.
So yeah, you continue flying on. And there is off in the distance a large pile of rising bones. At least that's the illusion it gives as you just cross, miles and miles of desert on the back of this gargoyle. His flesh is getting uncomfortably warm.
Yep. Can we do you think it would be better if we flew higher or lower?
If we fly low, we're gonna have to do this, and then you get something called seasickness, which I think I just came up with, which means that this movement will make you go, huh, blah. See, we shouldn't have done that.
Right. So higher.
Sure. So as he
Guys.
swoops up, you're holding on. There's no saddle. So you were just holding on for dear life while this gargoyle is flying straight up, and then he levels out, hovers there for a minute, flapping his wings.
Is it just me, or is it hard to breathe?
Wait, you breathe?
Yeah, apparently I'm just finding this out too. I'm not used to this.
Okay, I have an idea.
Yeah.
How about you dive? And then all the air can flow into you while you're going down.
Do I masticate while I'm doing this?
I'll masticate for you.
Thanks, buddy. You know how to help.
I do. You just take a load off.
Yeah, I will.
As he dives back, gets about halfway, and he's just jaws out like this. His stone cheeks are flapping in the breeze. You do come closer and closer to the bones. There's a number that look like they are probably extraordinarily large femurs that are balancing other femurs in a half circle. And just past that, there is a huge dragon head skull.
Hey, why don't you put me down here? And
All right.
you wait in the shade, and I'll be back for you.
He looks around. Shade.
Like behind one of the femurs. It's the absence of light.
Oh, all right.
He lands and he's got the what is it called when the legs are backwards?
I do not know this one.
Like a horse's back legs. Anyway, that's the legs he has. He lands and he kind of hops a little bit and goes,
Ooh, ha, little warm, buddy. Just you gotta be okay in there by yourself.
What's the worst that could happen?
They don't have scrack burgers.
Then I'll get you something else.
All right. Looking forward to it. Hurry back.
I gotta
okay?
run though because my shoes are melting.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, go.
I can't go 120 feet a second, but I go as fast as I can.
just a little smoke trail.
Bye, buddy. I'll wait here.
I'll be right back. Don't
Okay.
go anywhere.
I miss you.
What a nice guy.
What a nice guy.
I run towards the dragon head as fast as I can.
So you go into the nasal cavity of the skull. It is a little cooler, not terribly, but you do see all manner of different types of devils standing on either side, just almost at attention. You can see Four Devils' sweat is just pouring down off of them.
I need to speak to the manager.
One of their eyes just shifts towards you. I'm sorry.
Okay, whoever's in charge.
You do have blonde hair. Is it like in a weird wisp like this, Karen?
Currently,
So-
yes.
He kind of looks at you for a second, just not even moving his head. He's just looking at you, like side-eyeing you. And as he moves, you can see him better as he gets into what light comes in through the nose socket. You hear the sound of chains, just hundreds and hundreds of chains. And this entity is made entirely of flesh, with chain just barely poking out in some places, completely submerged into the flesh in other parts. Chains just dragging off of him as he stomps towards you. I'm sorry, who are you?
I am the person who just freed the Lord of the 5th level of hell.
I haven't laughed in a while.
That's something. Yeah, your boss might be interested in knowing that her ex is on the loose.
Wait, are you serious?
Do you think I would be here? I mean, I've gone insane, but I'm not crazy. Or is it I'm crazy but not insane? Either way.
Scratches some of the flesh between his chains. It's like,
Just for sport. Why not? What'd you
Play
say
sport.
your name was?
Rusty.
Rusty. Feeling a bit rusty myself.
And he kind of holds up his chains a little bit.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
You're funny.
Yeah. Nobody ever gets my humor. Follow
I
me.
get it. You're really funny. I walked away. He's walking.
Just a blanket of chains behind him. So as you follow him, he gets deeper and deeper into the skull until you reach the back of the skull, and then there is a hole carved out that stairs lead down. There are stones that litter the walls and ceiling that glow with a purplish light. And eventually you come to a bunch of more chain devils, and he motions for you to go towards these double doors. There's a figure in robes standing in front of the doors.
This guy's name is Rusty, and he says that her worship's ex-boyfriend is back. Yeah, I'm gonna go back.
Just he walks back. Rusty continues walking.
I don't see what's so funny, but yeah.
Making all the friends in hell, aren't you?
So this robed figure, he removes his hair, his hood, and it's a barbed devil, and he looks you very appraisingly, and he's like,
So you have a message for my lady?
I'd be pretty insane to come here if I didn't.
That remains to be seen. One moment.
Take your time.
turns, walks through the doors, they close behind him. Just chain devils almost completely around you, just staring at you.
This place could use some music.
It becomes almost like Stomp on Broadway. Finally, the door opens and it just completely ceases.
Wasn't me.
Her Highness will see you now.
That should probably terrify me, but let's go.
Turns around, just right back through the doors. As you step into the doors, they slam behind you, just engulfing you in absolute darkness.
Can I still see in the dark?
Nope.
Hi, my name's Rusty. I have a message that someone here might really want to know. You see, I studied I'm not gonna say his name, but Iceberg Boy, because he was my patron. And I reach back in my backpack and I feel through the books. I try and find the blue one.
Okay.
And pull it out. He was my patron. And I read all about him and his activities. And I know that there's probably only one person, and I use the term person loosely, who who hates him more than anyone. And that they might want to know that he's no longer in his prison.
Make a perception roll.
Perception, I'm great at those. Dirty 20?
Okay. So as you are standing there in absolute darkness, holding this book above your head, hoping it's the right book, hoping that whoever is here can see it, you're feeling kind of silly. You also start feeling as one by one, the buttons on your shirt snap off.
Oh, so
There goes the vest.
so I know that according to the book, it says that the lady of the 6th level wishes to eat his heart. I assume that means that she wants him dead as well. And
The belt is moving.
I want to help. He tricked me into taking his place.
The fastenings of your pants.
I will pledge my service if I can have my revenge.
When you walked in, the doors shut right behind you. And yet you still hear a voice come from behind going, "This'll hurt only a little bit, darling." As your pants get pulled down.
Woo!
Oh my.
Wow.
What is it with women
Wow.
and wanting Rusty's tripod?
You feel the tension of your pants loosen at your ankles. And then you can hear of hooved feet circling around you. Oh my, 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 my. Well, darling, nice to see you.
Been a long time.
You got it.
It's nice to be seen.
As you're still holding the book above your head, crystals begin to glow. There is a 9-foot tall woman standing there in tight leather corset, nothing else. Her long black hair just flowing down. Her red skin is shining, and the black claws on her hand. She takes one of the claws and she puts it on your chest. It feels like a dagger blade because of the size difference. And she's like, "I'm so interested," as she starts lightly going down the center of your chest.
Excuse me, I'm feeling lightheaded.
Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry.
All
That's
I
right.
want to do is be under the shoe of a giant woman. Giant woman.
As she's running her claw down your chest, she stops, looks you directly in the eye, grabs the book. It's only about yay big to her. As she turns around, you can see that there's a tail at the base of her spine, just wagging back and forth with a hooked barb at the end. Her wings unfurl, large, leathery, and as she sits onto this throne made completely of skulls, you can see the small black horns coming from her forehead. She crosses her legs and looks at the book like this. So, do you want to tell me about it? And then she turns the book around so that you can see the cover of it. It is not about Levistus. It's a cookbook.
Well, it is the book that I used to make my famous Creole stew, but it's the wrong book. It was dark.
Oh, sweetie. Not too dark. Just a few shades different.
So I've been told. I'm sure you know what's going on
Oh,
on the
what's
prime
going
material
on?
plane.
What's going on right now is that I have a very small man in my chambers who is making a very big impression. Now, how did you get here?
Buddy.
I'm sorry.
My friend, he's a gargoyle.
Is he here right now? She kind of looks around like he might be in the room. Or
No,
are you just that
he-
crazy?
I was trying to reach Levistus and then
She stands up.
everything went kind of nuts.
The only nuts in here are you, baby. She walks directly over here, grabs you up like this, and sticks you face to face with her. Who was that you were talking about?
Mommy.
Levistus?
There's nothing in your face.
You're in trouble
You're
now.
face to face. She kind of gives you a smile and a wink and goes, "Oh. Mm. Yeah. Interesting."
I know.
You have 5 minutes, puts you down, walks back to her throne, flops down. Entertain me before I eat you.
I know you
Or-
have a bit of a questionable past with him. And I know nobody hates him or loves him more than you.
That's the questionable part.
And I'm taking a big risk that it's the hating.
You're from the prime material plane. You came
Yeah, I've
here
spent like the
on
last 8 days
a
bumming around
gargoyle.
hells.
You traveled through where?
Well, I think we were in the 7th level first, because it was really, really, really cold.
7th level shouldn't be that cold, baby.
You
5th
might wanna
level,
send-
Stygia, however.
You might want to
Well-
send someone to the 7th level to check that out. Maybe the AC is set too high. But then I went to the 5th level
I'm sorry,
and
the what?
5th level.
No, before that. The armor class?
Yeah. Because like I just couldn't hit it there. But anyways,
kinda
then we
turns-
walked around the River Styx for a while, and then we got on with the ferryman, and my friend accidentally said, yeah. And then we ended up at Levistus's iceberg.
Well, you know,
And then he tricked me into taking his place because I was one of his followers. And apparently we can do that. And he only did it because, like, all of our friends were about to die horribly. And so I agreed to take his place as long as my friends would get out of hell.
No. Let him talk. He's entertaining.
And
you.
then I was half a mile deep in an ice cube.
Is that how you put it?
But then my family, well, they managed to go to the outer realm because apparently Levistus had their souls or something. And then I remembered that the followers of Levistus can teleport up to 1 mile a day if they're in danger. So now my friends are gone, and Leviticus is free upon the world, and he's not answering me, so I came here.
All that charisma.
She leans back, no smile on her face, eyes are still steadily glowing. She turns slightly to the robed figure next to her. Extra small binding, but medium cup.
Medium?
Well, you entertained me for 5 minutes, so I might as well keep you around for a little bit of time until I get bored of you. That was an interesting story you told me. The only thing is, if you had been to Stygia, you'd be a lesser man, shall we say.
Tell you what, why don't you cool the place down in here and see what happens?
I prefer it to get hot, baby. She moves one of her hooved feet over to the side. As she stands up, you see the foot pushed down on a stone, and a cage drops around you. You made it all this way. Might as well stay.
Well, it's not like I have any other place to go.
I'm curious, though,
Since
babe.
Levistus won't listen to me.
Keep shouting his name all day if you want. Obviously, you're not from around these parts.
Well, how many gnomes do you see around here?
None, that's the thing. But you made it all the way to me, which makes me wonder something. How?
Why or how crazy I am to come here?
No, how did you get to my place?
I told you we were in the 5th level. We came here.
So, did you create a means of traveling from one plane of existence to another? Or did you just walk right into hell?
You don't know. You don't know.
Enlighten me.
You've been left behind. The others know.
The others?
Yeah. There are portals open from the different hells to the prime material plane all over.
See, the only thing that would make me even remotely believe you is the fact that you are a gnome and you came here like that with all your body parts intact. What about my minions? What about my devils? What about my legions? Did they do nothing to stop you from getting here? You just waltzed right up to my place?
Was there supposed to be people outside?
You see as she just kind of blanches a little bit and went,
Yes.
Like, and if we flew in, They'd stop us, right?
Well, if the ground ones didn't, the flying ones would, yes.
Yeah, no.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, you should talk to someone in charge.
Look out a damn window.
She stands up and you see flames lick across her skin. And she's like, I am in charge.
Apparently not outside.
Hooves begin to clop as she goes by, pushes open doors. You see as clothing begins to form across her skin. Yours, however, is going in the opposite direction. As all your clothing, with the exception of your coat, for some reason that's still there.
Aw. I made him a scarf. Is that gone?
Everything but the coat.
Oh.
You watch her as she materializes material and walks out the door. Flames are left behind in hoof prints as she calmly walks the way you came from.
Your card piece, sir.
Thank you.
Drops it into the cage. The chain is smooth. There's 2 bits of chain. You figure it out.
There's no butt plug to it though, huh?
No, not at this time. But
Children.
there's always a possibility. After a few moments, you hear a screech, and the hallway brightens up with flames, and you feel the heat rush in. Thankful that you're not wearing those extra clothes. But also, strangely enough, your feet feel cool. You don't have any shoes on, but your coat is by your feet.
So, what did you find?
You see her walking back down the steps.
I think we're going to have a conversation. And I want you to tell me everything you know, little guy.
In the beginning, the heavens were hot and dense.
The chains begin to heat up around you.
Ah! Okay, so not everything I know. Because I have some really great knowledge about the lizard people.
Yeah, let's start at the beginning with my ex. What do you know about Levi?
I know what I've read, which is probably his version of it.
Oh.
Which says that...
You know what? Shut up. Let me tell you what I know.
And that's where we're going to leave it for today. Oh,
talk too
Rusty's in
much.
a cod piece in hell talking to a disgruntled ex.
Hey, he's
Fiona
wearing
is-
more than usual.
I was going to say, for Rusty, he's actually doing very well.
I'm
He'll
just,
have himself talked out of this in no time.
just keeping all the images out of my head as best as possible.
If he can't talk his way out, maybe he can eat his way out.
All right, everyone say goodnight as that image is now married into my brain.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.